Hi guys, Shaun from Optics. So today we're going to be looking at the brand new HIKMICRO Lynx 3 series, and I've also got the 2 and the 1 on the table. As you can see quickly, there's been a massive improvement in the ergonomics and the way the unit looks. Ergonomically, this unit has changed drastically from what we were seeing from the Gen 1 series when we originally started working with HIKMICRO. This is around 4 or 5 units old, and the 2.0 series came out around 18 months ago, and you can see between those two there was a big jump in ergonomics and just the look and feel. However, the 3 has taken a big further jump forward, and not only in ergonomics and feel, but actually in performance we're seeing a massive improvement. So what I'm going to do is run through some of the changes that we're seeing on these units, talk about the thermal sensors, what options are available, and then we've also got some clips from the Gen 1 series and then a comparison of the Gen 2 and the Gen 3 out in the field. So these are a great way of being able to tell the performance increases that we're being able to see on this Gen 3. So we're going to dive right into the features. So some of the features that have now been passed on from those high performance units that you're seeing in the Falcon and the Condor series have now filtered their way down, and you're now getting an entry level unit with the same flagship features that you were seeing previously just on those top tier products. So this is now probably, or actually guaranteed to be the best entry level thermal unit currently on the market. So you're getting, without any real order, you're getting the brand new Image Pro 3. And within that Image Pro 3, that is a firmware update that HIKMICRO have brought in that improves not only the resolution, the sharpness and the quality of the image, it also brings in the Zoom Pro feature, what allows you to mag up from the base mag through the digital range, and with the thanks to AI, helps to remove out any excess noise and really sharpen up the definition that you're getting from this unit. So like I said, those features weren't available previously on the other models, and that update has made the Lynx 3.0 take a nice step forward over the 2.0, and a huge step forward if you're still running a Lynx 1 series, a big step forward there. So that's some nice improvements that we're seeing straight off the bat. Another big improvements in the sensor technology is the rundown of that thermal net D sensor now coming below originally sub 35 millikelvin, which we were seeing in the 1.0 series, and sub 25 and sub 20 in the Lynx 2.0 series. In the 3.0 series, we're now between a sub 15 and a sub 20. What that means in real world performance is if you were looking at, say, a deer, when you were out deer stalking for a sub 40 net D series, what you would see is the thermal outline perfectly fine, but you wouldn't be able to distinguish those small details like the antlers on the deer to be able to identify the sex of the deer. And that is now what you're able to do with these 3.0 series units, and anything with those sub 20 net D sensors, you're really able to drill down on your identification, which is so important for choosing the correct animals to take a shot on. So as we then look at some more improvements that we're seeing on the Lynx 3.0 series, the other major one is the introduction of shutterless technology. Again, this was before only featured on the Falcon 2 and the Condor 2 series. We now have it in an entry-level thermal monocular. That is a game changer. So previously, what you would do when you were scanning around, looking through the thermal monocular, you would hear the thermal sensor calibrate, and that could be at points in time when you really didn't want it to calibrate, which then, if you're tracking an animal, if it calibrated, you could suddenly lose it. That has now been removed thanks to that shutterless technology, which is exclusive to HIKMICRO. And something that also helps with that shutterless technology is noise reduction. So that, paired with the Image Pro firmware update, really reduces the amount of noise you'll get from the image, which again just helps improve and provide a really high resolution, ultra sharp image that is one of the best on the markets today. So that's sort of a rundown of the thermal sensor, and we'll dive quickly into the different models that we have within the Lynx 3.0 series. So we start off with the 10mm, and the 10mm comes with a 256 sensor and it's sub 20 net D. We then have a 15mm in the same sensor, and this is a very similar sensor to what you're finding in the HIKMICRO HE25L series, but we've just got it in a 15mm focal length. Again, a 256, but sub 20 net D, so very good performance. It doesn't come, or neither come, with focus on the front. This is just a unit with an ultra wide field of view, and it's almost a point and shoot kind of viewing experience. So it's very quick and easy and great for scanning at short distances and being able to pick up wildlife to be able to then take a closer look through your device. So with the 10mm and the 15mm, what you get is an ultra wide field of view, what makes a really pleasurable and easy viewing experience for short range observation, allowing you to quickly pick up on thermal targets in a blink of an eye. We then move on to the second 15mm within the series, which has a performance increase in the sensor. So it has a 320 pixel resolution, and we're getting a sub 18 net D. Again, no focus on this unit, but we are getting an improvement in that thermal sensitivity. So it's providing a slightly more base mag, and you are getting a performance increase in that thermal sensitivity. So that helps with viewing in adverse weather conditions. And then we move on to sort of the flagship models of the Lynx 3.0 series. We have the 19mm. This is my favorite unit and has been a favorite among foxers, deer stalkers, and anyone who are looking for an ultra compact unit, can fit straight in the pocket, but provide a performance that is second to none. So the LH19 comes with a 384 pixel resolution, 12 micron, and a sub 15 net D. This is where we're seeing an improvement, and you'll see from the footage that we put out in a second, you've seen that improvement over the 2.0 series, and you can see clearly that performance increase, and that just helps with identification and being able to just provide you with more information. And again, especially in those poor weather conditions, this is where your new 3.0 series is really going to come into its own. We then have the 25mm, which provides slightly higher base magnification thanks to the focal length for 25mm. And what that will allow you to do is just use that unit for extended viewing distances. So if you're looking to detect heat sources out to further distances, or you're using this unit out on the hill but still want that nice and compact feel and don't want to necessarily move up to the Falcon series in size and weight, then the Lynx 25mm is a really good bet for you. And then we then have the 35mm, which again is one above the 25mm, providing a 35mm focal length, higher base magnification, and again designed for viewing at longer distances where you're requiring slightly higher base magnification. The 25 and the 19mm have always been the most popular sellers because they've been out for a little bit longer, but they seem to balance the field of view and the magnification perfectly. And this is really why the 19mm is still one of the top choices for foxers and deer stalkers, just because it is ultra compact. It's got a manual focus at the front, so that's a step up over your 15mm, which don't have that. And you're being able to, you're achieving the distance for being able to view and identify animals clearly, but you're also maintaining that field of view. We're just going to move on to ergonomics, and straight away in the hand, this unit just feels 10 times better than the 1 and the 2. It's got a nice knurling around most of the unit. It has the manual focus. This is on the 19, the 25 and the 35mm, and it has a strong rubberized feel, and it has a knurling feel on it as well, which allows you for use where you are wearing gloves. Previously, the knurling was quite small. This is a 25mm hand, but immediately you can see the difference is the knurling is very soft and doesn't provide much grip. The 19mm has changed that completely. And the 3.0 in general, sorry. And that's just allowing for easier use when you are out in the field. A step up over the 1 is it comes with its own battery system. It's an 18650 battery. The 2.0 had that. They're both running that 18650 battery system. You have a lockable indicator on the side, and it's just easy to operate in and out. And then we lock it again. This unit also allows you to run on a USB system. Previously, it was located on the base of the unit. That would be for allowing you to mount this unit to a tripod with the tripod slot there. But previously, the USB was on the bottom, which if you had the tripod plate that was too long, that would cover that system. And HIKMICRO have just listened to that feedback and made the change of putting the USB on the side of the unit, which allows you to mount it to a tripod, plug it in, and allow for extended viewing if you're viewing for observation for ecology, looking at bats, etc. This is where that nice little change in position allows you to mount this easily and attach it to an external power system. We then go on to the eyepiece. We've got the diopter focus, again, really nice knurling on that and easy to adjust. And one of the big changes, which you'll see straight away when you are comparing the 2 and the 3, if you had them side by side, the viewing experience from that 3.0 is just substantially nicer. The reason is they've upgraded to a nice AMOLED screen, and it is a very nice size, so it provides you a really friendly and easy to view experience. That large screen is just a game changer, especially on these entry-level units where you're looking for as many features as possible to provide you the best performance at those entry-level price points. And HIKMICRO have absolutely nailed that with those, with that increase in the AMOLED screen that you're now getting in the 3.0 series. So without further ado, I'm going to go straight into the thermal footage that we got from the 3.0 and the 2.0, and then we're also going to have some clips from our old videos of the performance of the Lynx 1.0 series, just so you can see the performance increase from over the years. And this is one thing that HIKMICRO have done. Every unit they've bought out, we've seen a big improvement, and we've also seen in a really aggressive price point. And I think with this Lynx 3.0 series, they've hit the nail on the head here with providing a unit that provides a great performance at an entry-level price point. So let's take a look at that footage. So that was the thermal footage. So I hope you were able to see just how much of a performance increase we're getting from that Lynx 3.0, especially when we're comparing it back to the 1.0 series. So if you're still running that 1.0, then yeah, the 3.0 is definitely worth that investment. We always take part exchanges in, so you can always get in touch with us, drop us an email on our trade-in form, put some pictures in there, and we can give you a price back. And the same goes for the 2.0. And any other thermal, monocular, or night vision unit that you have yourself still and want to upgrade it, just get in touch, look at that trade-in form, and we can give you a really nice quote that you can put straight into credit and upgrade your thermal. If you want any further information on thermals in general, night vision, or the Lynx 3.0 series, always check out our website listings. You can give us a call. Got a really good team with expert knowledge and real world performance. And remember guys, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep the videos coming. See ya.